today's video, I'm going to be walking you through how to draw Saint Helena. We celebrate her feast day on August 18th, and I'm going to show you how to draw her using simple lines and simple shapes. For this tutorial, all you need is a piece of paper, a pencil, and something to color with. Just a reminder, it's okay to make any changes that you want to your Saint Helena. She doesn't have to look exactly like mine, so feel free to switch it up. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to be working on an oval for her head. So close to the top of my paper, I'm going to start out to sketch this oval shape. And you can make that as big or as small as you want to in yours. Next, we're going to be working on her hair. So we're going to start with these sides. I'm going to put one line on the left side like this, and one line on the right side coming up like this. I'm going to connect it to the top of her head with a line that comes up here, and a line that comes up and connects to this part of her oval shaped head. We're going to work on her bangs, so at the top of her head, I want you to draw a line that comes down just a little bit. And we're going to add some swoops. They're going to come down the side of her face and connect to this point on the edge like this. And I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. I'm going to start a little swoop line that starts at the top and connects to the edge like so. Now I can erase these lines, which I no longer need. And in that empty space, I can add some more curves. So I'm going to add 2 curves on each side to make it look like her hair is pulled back. We're going to give her a crown. So at the top of her head, I want you to put a little line for this left side of her crown, and a little line over here for the right side of her crown. And you can make that crown as wide or narrow as you wish. The top of her crown is a little bit more of like a point. So I'm going to draw a diagonal line that comes up and stops at the middle. And I'm going to add another diagonal line, but on the right side like so. If you want to add more details to your crown, you can. I'm just going to add another triangle point line on the inside to make that crown just a little bit fancier. Next, we're going to be working on her little ponytail. So over here on this left side is where we're going to put that. We're going to start with kind of a S curve. So imagine that you're drawing out the letter S, but instead of stopping right there, we're going to add one more little loop and swirl, like so, where you want this part of her hair to be a little bit more narrow. And I'm kind of following the wave of those previous wavy lines back up until I connect it to the side of her face. And feel free to add more waves or curls to her hair. You can customize the look however you choose. Next, we're going to be working on her neck. So we're going to draw a little line on this right side here for that right side of her neck. And she has a little V shape for the top of her dress. So we're going to draw a line that comes down a little bit from the neck and the hair to make this V-shaped opening for her dress. We're going to add a downwards line on this right side for a little bit of her shoulder. And if you have some space, you can add a little bit on the left side as well. To finish off the top of her dress, we're going to add one more V line that matches the one that we did for her neck, like so. We're going to start to put in some lines for her arms. So coming down towards the left side, we're going to do a downwards diagonal line like this for that first arm. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side We're going to draw a line that comes down at a slight angle, and they should be about the same length, so that way they match. The arms are doing different things though, so we're going to start with this hand over here that's open. For her hand, I'm going to do kind of a mitten shape where I do a little U for her thumb, and I'm going to do a bigger U shape for her larger fingers, and I'm going to kind of loop around to close up that mitten shape. So that's where she's going to be holding those nails. Let's add those nails right now. So I'm going to start off with a long skinny V like this, and at the end I'm going to do a little curve to connect them together like so. I'm going to add a couple more, so I'm going to add another V right next to it, another little curve, and I'm going to do one more. And when I'm done, I can erase those little teeny parts of her hand that are holding onto those nails. I can also add some little lines here to separate that big shape of her fingers into those tallest fingers. We're going to be working on the hand that's over here on this right side. We're going to do another mitten shape, but this time turned in towards the middle. So at the end of this line here, I'm going to do a little curve, little U shape for that thumb. And then I'm going to do a bigger U shape and loop that around and connect it to create that mitten shape for her hand. You can add a little line because we can see some of her fingers from this side, but we're not going to see all of them. We're going to come back and add that cross a little bit later, but for now we're going to start to work on this part of her little cloak. So starting over here at this left side, we're going to do a big curve line, think almost like the letter J. It's going to swoop down and come up, and mine's going to stop where her hair is, but yours can go higher if you need to. I'm also going to add a big swoop on this right side, kind of like this. We're going to put in two parallel lines for her waist, so leaving a little bit of space between her neck and coming down a little bit lower. You're going to do two lines that go straight across. This will be kind of like a belt. We're going to put in some lines for the edges of her dress. So we're going to start a line kind of down here at the bottom of this flowing part of her little cloak. And you're going to draw that line down for as long as you want her dress to go. We're going to do a similar line over on this right side. It's going to be angled down and towards the right. And you want it to match the length of the other side of her skirt. We're going to connect these with a curved line, think kind of like a smile, but you can make yours more flowing if you want to. We're going to start to put in her cross. We're going to put a big, tall cross that she's holding in her hands. So starting kind of close towards the top of my paper, I'm going to be drawing a big line. And I will say, if it is helpful, you're more than welcome to grab something like a ruler or even like a straight, an extra piece of paper as a straight edge to kind of help you plot out that line. Or you can freehand it, which is, I think, what I'm going to do. You're going to start off with a tall line, and it's going to come down at an angle like so. And I'm gonna have mine come past her dress just a little bit. I want to do another line right next to it, going the same direction. That way they're parallel and it creates that left and right side of that biggest piece of the cross. I'm gonna draw a line down here to connect them at the bottom, and I'm gonna draw a line up here to connect them at the top. I'm going to erase these lines that I no longer need where the cross is coming across her body. We're going to be putting in one more beam, but this time it's going to be cutting across this way. So you're going to do one line for the top and one line for the bottom. I think I'm going to start with my bottom. This seems like a good spot to place my beam. So I'm going to cut across here, and I'm going to do another one going across here. And you can make that as long or narrow as you want. And kind of like before, we're going to add a line coming down on each side to finish up that cross shape. Last but not least, you can erase two of the lines on the beam of your cross to kind of adjust the shape. And you can see that my cross is a little bit different in this example, and that's okay. You can make yours taller or a little bit shorter or add more detail. We're gonna finish up her cloak. She has these flowing pieces of fabric on each side. So starting kind of by her hand, I'm going to do a line that curves out, flows that fabric out and towards the left, but I'm gonna stop before I reach the bottom of her dress. I'm going to add a curved line, think kind of like a frown or like a rainbow line, and I'm gonna connect that to her dress. We're gonna do one more over here on this right side. So starting near her hand, I'm gonna do a line that comes out in a soft wave, like this, about the same length. And I'm going to connect it with a wavy line to make it look like that fabric is nice and flowy. Last but not least, we're going to be working on her face. We're going to add her face, kind of keeping her eyes about the center of her head. You can make your face more detailed. I'm just doing something simple. So right about here, center of my oval shape, I'm going to start off by putting in two little circles for her eyes, like this. In between her eyes and her chin, kind of right here in the middle, I'm going to be putting in a little curve for the edge of her nose. In between her nose and the bottom of her chin, kind of in the middle, I'm going to put a simple smiling mouth. And above her eyes and in between her hair, I am going to put some little eyebrows. And unless there are any other details that you want to add to your Saint Helena that I didn't show you, you can go ahead and start to color her. So when I color, I love to use markers kind of like this because that's what shows up well on camera. And before I color them, I always love to outline my artwork with a micron pen like this. You can use whatever you have at home. I'll turn up some music and we'll get back together in a little bit. Thank you so much for following along. I would love to see how your drawings turned out. Feel free to send me a message or tag me on social media, and know that I post new Catholic-inspired art tutorials here on my channel every month. If you'd like to support my channel, I have a Buy Me a Coffee page and art supply wish list, and I want to remind you that you are loved. God loves you very much, and He loves your artwork very much. Thank you so much for following along, and I'll see you in the next video.